UK has admitted for the first time that it was using a fake rock to spy on Russia 6 years ago. The Chief of Staff to then British Prime Minister Tony Blair has made the revelation in an interview. In 2006, the UK dismissed the allegations that appeared in the Russian media. Let's now cross live to London, where RT's Ivor Bennett has more details for us. Ivor, what exactly did Jonathan Powell have to say?
Well, these comments have come from Jonathan Powell, as you mentioned, who was the former Chief of Staff of the then Prime Minister Tony Blair. So it's not like they've come from some anonymous operative, but instead a very senior figure who is practically at the top. And Jonathan Powell is certainly someone who is in the know. So I think what they do is really confirm what many suspect to be true anyway, which is that the British government was spying in Russia using a transmitting device concealed as a rock to pass and receive data to agents out in the field. And now, these allegations actually first came to light back in 2006 in a Russian television report, and they were always fiercely denied by the British government, MI6, their foreign intelligence services, and Tony Blair tried to laugh them off. And in the murky world of spies, spooks and Cold War stereotypes, it's very hard to discern fact from fiction, and so question marks always remained over this story. But these comments now from Jonathan Powell, I think, are pretty conclusive evidence. This is what he had to say.
The spy rock was embarrassing. They had us banged to rights. Clearly, they'd known about it for some time and had been saving it up for a political purpose.
Now, these revelations will be hugely embarrassing for MI6 and the British government. Firstly, because they were spying in 2006, reneging on an agreement that the UK made with Russia at the end of the Cold War not to spy on each other. And secondly, that the fact they were caught doing so by Russian television. The report actually showed two videos, one of one man walking along a path in a Moscow park, slowing down, looking at this rock, and then slowing down again almost to a halt before walking off. And it's believed that he was using a handheld device to actually beam data to a computer inside the rock. Then another video showing a different man walking along the same path, looking at the rock, actually bending down and picking it up and checking on it. And as obvious as it seems from that, so long as the British government actually stayed silent and denied these allegations, then they would have remained top secret. And this sort of thing doesn't come to light for another 30 years or so after it happens. But the fact that this has actually come from someone within the establishment here and saying, no, this did in fact happen, this story is indeed true, not only is it hugely embarrassing for MI6 and the British government, but also potentially very damaging too.
Okay, Ivor Bennett, live from London with those latest details on the fact that the fake rock was real 6 years ago. Thanks, Ivor.